Welcome to where time stands still, no one leaves, and no one will. Welcome to another soccer zombie watch along. It's your boy Tom Franklin here, and I don't feel as morose tonight about things as I may have earlier in the day. Uh, Welcome to everyone that is here today and watching. I guess my presence on this stream forced someone to leave, so that's fantastic. Off to a great start here, by the way. Yeah, so pretty strong lineup tonight. Looks like. I'm guessing we're still gonna have a five in the back from the looks of things, but no Akil Watts tonight, so very happy about that. Akil Watts on the bench. I'm guessing we're going to have a back five of Timo Horn, Timo Baumgartel. As I say Timo Horn, I said Giannis Horn, Timo Baumgartel, Josh Yarrow, Kyle Hebert, and then Conrad Vollum on the right. Your middle pairing is going to be JGR as a true six, and then you're going to have Chris Durkin maybe as a more of a 6 or 8. And then up top, you're going to have Toystert, Klaus, and Hartle. And this is probably as close to an ideal lineup as we've gotten in quite some time from this club. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. By the way, I'm not used to watching St. Louis City games with an honest to goodness pregame show in my ear right now, but shout out to Paramount for actually caring about the Open Cup tonight. You love to see it. Berkey's Turkey, how's it going, Colin? Member of my Zombie Ultras now. I am the GOAT. Bah. You really got my goat on that one, but welcome, Colin. Also, I need to talk to Drew, part-time picks, because we were talking about doing a bit of a Pacific Northwest excursion in August, and I still want to talk about that. So Ryan cannot load the stream. It's on Paramount Plus. It's working for me just fine. Super Rav, how's it going, Super Rav? Absolutely need this one. Let's go, boys, and good evening, Tom, and everyone. Good evening to you, Super Rav. I expect that you are in full uniform tonight, Super Rav. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Honestly, when we play pickup soccer, I'm kind of surprised that you don't wear your Rav. Well, actually, honestly, it's so hot, this time of year, and like you would sweat so much in that ravioli hat, like for real. But no, man, good to see you, Rav. And you're right. This is a big one. This is a big one, as Tom Bogert said on Soccer Wise this week. Olaf Melberg really needs a win because his seat is nuclear hot at the moment from the sounds of things. A lot of speculation on Monday that Melberg might have been sacked on Monday. Didn't happen. Bogert came out and said that was premature, but then he did acknowledge that the heat is on right now. And I'll just say, I hope the heat is not on just him. But of course, as we know from last year and Bradley Carnell, it is very easy to sack a coach, far more so than it is to, sack a player. And of course, in this structure, I think people above the coach have a little bit of protection. So I think if Olaf goes, if we don't get a result today, I think that is just one domino in a series of dominoes. But watch us make this irrelevant. Watch us get the win today. We've got a very, very strong lineup today. And yeah, Chase, again, like I said, Bogert is suggested on Soccer Wise this week that Melberg's leash is pretty short. Oh, hi, Jurgen Klopp. Why would you go coach at Roma when you can just, live the easy life, making bank from Red Bull and making Trivago commercials? Like, for real. Like, why would you do that? I mean, you're forever immortalized. You don't need Roma. As much as I'm a Roma stan, as you can see over in this corner here, it'd be nice if this guy here went to that club there. But it doesn't make sense for Jurgen, honestly. I think that's just the Italian rumor mill being stupid. Cat on goal. Good evening. How's it going, Cat? Or should I say El Gato? Well, we don't have enough Latinos on this team, so you're Cat Uncle for now. How's it going, Cat? Of course, I say that because of, well, be careful when wading in the waters of supporter group politics today. And that's all I'll say on the matter. Still love everyone in the SGs. And just if you were a part of my Soccer Zombie Discord, which the link is in the description below, got caught up in some stuff today, but I think everything's going to be fine. No big deal. Cat Uncle's got the Modelo at the ready. So El Gato it is tonight. By the way, I love that the Open Cup is continuing the tradition of not starting kickoffs on time because it is now 6:30 Central Time, and we are still in commercials. So it's just football heritage. Speaking of footballing heritage, live from the lowlands of Europe, it's Carlo. How's it going, Carlo? I take it is 11:30 or 12:30 your time. Is that correct? Anyway, welcome. Thanks for staying up late to watch our domestic cup game. I wanted to watch Man U versus Tottenham today, as Ryan Fraley exclaims LMAO United, which Liverpool supporter. I was hoping Spurs would win today, but I didn't get a chance to because they just were kind of bummed me out. But yeah, I understand it wasn't the prettiest of games today from what I read. Oh, it's actually 1:30 where Carlo is at right now. Wow. Remind me, Carlo, you're Belgium, right? I know you're from one of the lowland countries there. I think you're Belgium. So forgive me, Carlo. But yeah, Carlo, I'm trying to be positive for this one. I am trying to be positive because I think we actually have a chance today, as it looks like it's raining a little bit in Minnesota. Off Gates Roman Berkey. Is that Hope Berkey? Was that Hope Berkey there? Because I know the Berkeys. There's a family with the last name of Berkey that are St. Louis City fans, but they live in Minnesota. I think that might have been Hope Berkey there. She has her own channel on Instagram and YouTube. Just getting started. The Harmaster, the game is supposed to start any moment now, but again, footballing heritage. We can't start games on time here in America. I mean, what do you think we are, England? I mean, at least that is one thing I like about the Premier League is that when the game is supposed to start, when those 3:00 games in the afternoon, they start at 9:00 here in America. 9:00 kickoff, period. End of story. But here in America, we need to have pomp and circumstance. The Harmaster has just woken up from a deep slumber. Speaking of England, this is my original Spirit kit. It's a Jabulo Blom on the back, who I really wonder where he's going to go. I don't know if you guys have heard, but he hasn't really played much at Kaiser Chiefs, and apparently there's some drama with him over there. And yeah, it sounds like his career is kind of hit the skids. But anyway, I bring up England with this because I actually brought this over on my England trip last year, and I actually I think I wore this jersey when I went to the Aran Islands in Ireland. I had a coat on, but yeah, I was wearing this under it. So yeah, I would have worn this to the Man City game that I went to, but just because, Man City. But I actually ended up picking up a cheap Man City shirt to wear for that. So no, Blom is not the missing ingredient. He's just missing right now. He's not like, you don't have to put like a milk carton on him, face on a milk carton with him. But yeah, he was kind of persona non grata with Kaiser Chiefs this year. Just sounds like he He thought America was going to be his big break. It didn't happen. He goes back home, and when you've left home and you've had a taste of the finer things, and then you go back home, sometimes doesn't look so nice. Eric Meyer, how's it going, Eric? Amazing that they all start on time. It is. It's like clockwork over there. Which is kind of amazing when you think about it, because it's you have so many games throughout the day, and of course at all levels. I mean, not just the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, and they're all like clockwork over there. But here it is now 6:35, and we still have not started, which is why I start my watch alongs a little later, because it's just me talking, and I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Cat Uncle, I'm with you on this one here. Can we have more afternoon games for Saturday? One of the biggest gripes I have of MLS. Now, I will say, I'll qualify that a bit. More afternoon Saturday games, not in the summer, because I don't know if you're a St. Louisan, right? So you know how St. Louis gets in July and August. Mordor basically is the equivalent temperature, and even into like early September. I distinctly remember the Club America game in 2023, and just absolutely just dripping with sweat. Absolutely dripping, and we are underway. Now we are going here. Just had to whine about it a little bit. If you're here in the chat, first of all, welcome. Second of all, drop a like on this video. It would really help this channel out. There are probably just about as many of you here in this chat as there is in Minnesota tonight, because holy crap, is that far side stands completely barren of people. Now, are they doing the thing that that happens all the time with Open Cup, where they put the fans on the hard kit? Yep, I think all the fans might be on the near side, as that supporters group looks a little lean there. But of course, we have no right to talk, as ours was a couple weeks ago. Liking this on the front foot here. Durkin, well, as I say that, he hits it with his front foot off a Minnesota player. Good battle, good battle, good battle, good battle. Yeah, it's going to be a foul, Jake. Can't fault the effort there. Sup, City Red? How's it going? Welcome. But yeah, Cat Uncle, I'm with you. I mean, early part of the season and in the fall, that would be preferred, because we get to a point in October where, like, the moment the sun goes down, the temperature goes, phew! So at least during the day, it's tolerable. Yeah, and it's Mordor, and the next day it's freezing rain, which that tracks. That tracks. Yeah, more empty than ours, I think, honestly. By the way, I have heard that if St. Louis does advance, which I'm holding out hope for until I don't have it, and we host next round, we are not going to see a repeat of the $40 tickets that priced people out of the last round of the Open Cup. I've heard that we're going to get some more affordable tickets at Energizer Park for the next round. I think this was shared to me. Apparently the supporters and the club had a meeting about this last night. And so, yeah, it sounds like the club has at least heard that, and they saw it for themselves, how empty Energizer was for the Union Omaha game. So, yeah, that's progress. That's progress. Okay. Michael Rakers is already taking bets, saying that it goes downhill at minute 24. Actually, as Jake Henry reminded me tonight, we can't start betting in Missouri until December 1st. So no bets here. You got to go to Illinois for that. As a ball forward, but it's not a great pass at all. And Minnesota's attack withers down to nothing, and Durkin gets run down from behind. Kind of sloppy there. Yeah, Cade, how's it going, Cade? There's not many people in that stadium. Like I said, there might be, there's 19 of you in the chat right now, apparently, and we may not be that far off from Allianz Arena today, honestly. It's kind of the bummer about Open Cup, is that all these games are midweek, so like it is hard for, even people that just work for a living. Like this is 6. I mean, Minnesota is still Central Time, so it's 6:39 there right now. People get off work and they have to drive through traffic, and a lot of people don't walk in their doors until 6:30. So asking them to come at 6:30 might be a bit of a tough proposition. Like, have you been to a St. Louis Cardinals game lately? They start at 6:45 now. I went to the Cards game last night, and a lot of like my section did not fill out until like the end of the first or second inning because people are just late to arrive because they start at 6:45. Oh, Marcanic, our former boy, shot blocked. Yarrow and his waiting shins in the way. Longwane can be dangerous. Nope. Seti breaks it out. Let's see if we can connect some passes now and get an attack going. I asked too much. Oh, there we go. Come on. All right, Volum's got some space. He loves himself some space. Tries to thread it under the legs. No good, but it's all right. Timo's there. Is Timo playing like a right wing back? Timo, where are you going, boy? So Hebert's playing left center back. Yarrow's playing right center back. I don't see Timo. Is Girdwood Reich playing as a right center back? Yeah. Or is he just cheating back because Timo's playing further up in possession? That could be. I need to watch this formation. I'm confused. As Timo is taking a throw in now. So it's kind of like what we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, where in possession we're more of a forward and back. Oh, I see Timo's going back now. Okay, so Timo's allowed to cheat up a little bit in transition and possession, but otherwise, yeah, he's still right center back. That makes sense. Shot blocked by his own player. Probably really cold in Minnesota. It's 40s in Chicago. Wow. Good thing I'm not in Chicago. By the way, speaking of Chicago, first of all, I'm not talking about their win last night, 3-1 over New England, but I'm talking about the St. Louis game at Chicago on August 16th. I said I was going to go to that one and cover it, but I'm thinking no. I'm because they moved it to SeatGeek Stadium out in Summit, which is borderline hood, instead of being downtown at Soldier Field, where you can take the train into Union Station, get a hotel nearby, make a whole weekend of it. Ain't no one making a weekend in Summit, Illinois. Let's just face it. So, and the way we've been playing, I just don't want to. Yeah, it's at SeatGeek now in Bridgeview. Well, I say Summit because that's where the Amtrak station is, which is like just north of Bridgeview. But yeah, that's what I meant, Bridgeview. I'm not excited about going to Bridgeview, honestly, just as I'm not excited about this club. I think Soldier Field would have made a fun blog. SeatGeek Stadium, probably not. So not only that, but again, like I said, Colin Bosler, if you're still in the chat right now, I need to get with Drew part-time picks because the following weekend, St. Louis goes to Vancouver. That's the next Saturday. And then that Sunday, Seattle Sounders host Sporting KC. And I could be up for some hate watching on Sunday. We're going to be, Vancouver, Seattle's connected right up there. I think that's just more, I think that'd be a more fun trip than Chicago. And yeah. Michael, good if you drive, sucks if you take transit, Fire fans. Yeah, and that's what I noticed. It's not easy to get there. And not only that, but it's like there's not a lot of hotels near SeatGeek, and apparently it's not an area people really want to be in. So, gross. Yeah, it really does suck. Yeah, Ryan, if he had the money, Vancouver trips to what I would do. So just disclaimer, I'm not made of money, but I do have a lot of Frontier miles. And I also have a friend that whose parents live in Seattle, so I can just if he's going, I'm just gonna crash with him. So hopefully, it won't cost too much out of pocket for me to go up there. But I also, part of the reason that I want to go up there is because I would complete the four corners of domestic U.S. this year, because went to San Diego, went to Portland, Maine. I'm going to go down to Miami, see Miami FC in Florida, July 5th. And then if I go see Seattle versus Kansas, I've completed the four corners of the Continental 48. So, and I'm a completionist. So I think that's the place. So Colin, if you're in the chat, let's chat. Let's chat about August. Let's chat about Seattle and Vancouver. Oh, back heel, and we are off to the races.
We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit.
Another back heel goal. Where have I seen this before?
We're fucking shit. 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 We're fucking shit.
This club makes it so hard. So hard.
We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking
Yeah, that was Yarrow.
We're fucking shit.
That was Yarrow. That was Yarrow. That was all on Yarrow. How serious are we taking this? I don't know. We're starting Josh Yarrow again, so that's how serious we're taking it. Agreed, Ethan. Brother, WTF. And it takes just 9 minutes for the dagger to be shoved in your chest. Absolutely amazing. Sell him. Who's going to want to fucking buy him? Just let his contract run out at the end of the year. It is time for him to go to the USL where he fucking belongs. Tampa Bay Rowdies are going to love him. Olaf is wearing long pants, so it must be chilly. It must be chilly. All right, so funny that Minnesota scores, and all of a sudden I have 25 people watching now from the previous 19. So I'm not at meltdown mode yet. I'm not there yet, but he's heating up. So I need to move my camera down a little bit. There we go. Not fun, guys. Not fun. Headed away, high, and out of play. By the way, one of the reasons that I still bother with this club is my friends at Pat Connolly Tavern, located at the corner of Oakland and Tam in beautiful Dogtown. They are a city on tap bar with drink specials, live Irish music, and good food, and a good place to hang out, whether you're at Forest Park or the zoo, or just wanting something to do and hanging out with good friends and watching absolutely miserable St. Louis City soccer. Pat Connolly Tavern, a proud St. Louis institution since 1942. See how I work that in, guys? That is 14 years of broadcasting experience right there. Smooth. Lots of time left, as Super Ravioli says. That could be a good thing or bad thing. That could be a good thing or bad thing with this club, because I don't know if honestly, Cade Davis, I think Atar Belleville FC could use Josh Yarrow right now. They had a rough one against Boffs in the Midwest Premier League this past Saturday. Have him go play for Atar. Fill Sam Fink's shoes at Atar, because Fink isn't back with them this year. Maybe he finally decided to retire. God love the guy, our St. Louis treasure. Yeah. Otherwise, you're. I mean, I don't know if you get a used shoe for him at this point. By the way, speaking of not available on the transfer market, Breakfast King. How's it going, Breakfast King? Recent newlywed. Good to see you, Justin. A good 20K and a bag of crisps. I mean, maybe the bag of crisps, but I don't know about the 20K. I don't know about the 20K. Maybe 20K in like I don't know, Dogecoin, like 20K shares of Dogecoin maybe, but no. Ethan was expecting to get scored on. We need to score. Oh, by the way, speaking of Atar and Boffs, someone in the chat watched that video. Peter asks, ketchup on hot dogs. I stand by what I did. I have no regrets. Ketchup on hot dogs because I'm a rebel like that. Anyway, yes, I'm pro ketchup on hot dogs. And that's maybe another reason I'm not going to Chicago is because, you know, they don't do that up there. And I can't ball with that. I can't ball with that. Michael, biggest hell is Premier League finishing up and only having MLS till September. You don't just have MLS, Michael. USL exists. Go find a USL club and follow them, like I am with Indy 11. Once this season truly gets good and lost, go find it. Go find it. Atar Lager looked good. It was very good. By the way, tonight, I have a koozie from Portland, Maine, from Maine with Love. It is from Allagash Brewery. And this is, once again, just like Saturday, I am paying respects to the beloved Simon the Cat at Second Shift Brewing, who recently lost his life. He was a popular bar cat and a good boy. And they have this beer to honor him. So it is a Belgian. It is, hey, Carlo, it's a, here, I'll show you. Actually, no, it's a Bavarian style Hefeweizen. Never mind. I thought it was Belgian. It's actually Bavarian. So never mind, Carlo. I got excited. So excited. Shane Atkins wants me to shout him out. I am a big fan. Okay. He wants a shout out, but I don't want to blow out your speakers. So, hi, Shane Atkins. Welcome to the chat. There we go. That's a shout. That's a shout. I'm lucky that I live in a place where the walls of my apartment are very thick, so people can't hear me. By the way, apparently that shout lost me 5 viewers, so sorry about that, guys. Cat Uncle has Como. Yeah. Columbia AFC. Go check them out. I'm going to be there June 13th for their match against Club Atletico. That's their that's one of their derby matches. But definitely go check out AFC Columbia. They are a good, truly community local club. I don't know if you. I think you watched the Columbia Development Academy video and met Zach Fisher. They're good people there. They're very good people there. Peter thinks that chat is more interesting than the match. I agree with you because after that Minnesota goal, it feels like that. It kind of feels like a Midwest Premier League game right now, honestly, with just a lot of back and forth and nothing cohesive. Jeff L is glad he doesn't have Paramount. If you can watch CBS Galazzo channel, and there's a way to do it. You don't have to pay a subscription or anything. There's a way to do it. I think you just watch it from like CBS Sports, but they're doing a whip around show of all of the Open Cup matches going on right now. There are currently 5 of them going on, I believe, because of fantastic planning. Right now, Minnesota, of course, leads St. Louis City 1-0. We also have Orlando leading Nashville SC 1-0. Philadelphia leading the last remaining USL team in this tournament, Pittsburgh Riverhounds 1-0. Red Bulls and Dallas are tied, as are Jose Kojima United and Charlotte FC. I'm still not over it. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, Galazzo switching back and forth. It's a whip around show, which you can do when you have 5 games going on at once. Oh, speaking of the New York Red Bulls, Aaron Leake, our away correspondent, checking in from Long Island, New York. Was good to see you this past Saturday, Aaron. Finally not running around like an absolute wanderer that you are. Also, shout out to Aaron. He just recently bought a new house in the near the Shaw neighborhood, actually just east of the St. Louis University Cardinal Glennon campus. Is that considered Shaw? I've lived in Dogtown for 5 years, and yet I'm still hazy on where neighborhood borderlines are sometimes with this city. Olaf Melberg in his looking fashionable in defeats so far. I mean, if this whole coaching thing doesn't work out for Melberg, I mean, he's got he's got TV pitch man all over him. Like he can replace the Dos Equis guy like tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, he's not the most interesting man in the world. He's the most boring man in the world. Have you watched his press conferences? Okay, technically it's the Gate District. That's fair. Tower Grove East or Fox Park. It's Aaron's right. It's the Gate District. And Baumgartel can't find the handle. All right. Kay Davis wanting to know what position could we spend big in and improve? I mean, if we're gonna be center back SC, we probably need another center back because we need to reduce our reliance on Josh Yarrow like immediately. I can live with Kyle Hebert at this point. He's like Chat City Tactics, Michael. He actually has been doing player cards, and even the analytics show that Hebert has not been terrible. He's like, I think Hebert is proving that he is exactly what he is, and that is your third or fourth best center back on the team, which is what he's always been. And he's basically that. If he is your first center back off the bench, then you're not doing too shabby. But the problem is he's starting every single game. So yeah, I say we need to go out and get a center back if we're going to insist on this 5 in the back madness. What's Edouard Lubin's situation? Do we need to get another center mid? I think that's a possibility. We're kind of attacking midfielder FC right now. So like I've seen a lot of people suggesting that we need more attackers, and like, don't we have enough? I mean, Tomas Ostrak, to me, he's a 10. And we've got him playing as an 8 or a 6. It just let him play his actual position. Vollum, kind of the same thing, where he's more I think he's better playing further up the field. By the way, City Red thinks Hebert is king. Actually, that's Kessler. Although Kessler curiously did not make the trip to Minnesota. I hope that means they're just holding him out for Colorado on Saturday, which I'm going to see as Berkey comes up with a stop. Kind of easy pickings for him. But yeah, I committed to going to Colorado Rapids. And when I say committed, I mean I bought an unrefundable Frontier Airlines ticket to go and hang out with Kane, the one that goes to games. And I think I'm going to go to Colorado this weekend. But St. Louis City is not going to be the main event for me. I fly in Friday, so I get to hang out with a good friend in Kane. Saturday morning, I'm probably going to go hike Red Rocks, check out the amphitheater, but then they also got some nice trails kind of in the mountains there. I've always wanted to do a mountain hike near Denver, and that's going to check that off. Sunday, we're going to see the Yankees take on the Rockies. Kane with the hookup on the tickets there. And then that night, we're going to see Rapids 2 against the Town. So it's like, there's so much I've filled this weekend with so much other stuff besides City that I'm not going to let City get me down if we lose this weekend. But I did get my tickets for that today through the club. They're in the away section. Didn't cost me anything. And I've already vowed, guys, that I am not going to spend a dime at Kroenke's club. The tickets are free. They let you bring in plastic bottles. Hint, hint, St. Louis City. There is a tailgate by the supporters before the game where just for a donation of $12 to get all you can drink, all you can eat. I'm going to support them and not Kroenke. I'm not going to buy merch, and parking is free anyway for where Kane parks. So Kroenke ain't seen a dime from my ass. In fact, I'm going to try to find if Rapids 2 has like resale tickets anywhere, I'm probably just going to buy those, honestly. In fact, actually, I actually let me check TickPick right now. Maybe they do have Rapids 2 tickets. I'm obviously distracted because this game is not fun. I do agree Hebert has shown good improvement. As one should, Peter. Ketchup is acceptable in hot dogs, and I will die on that hill. I agree, Aaron. Not sure we can rely on Leuven, so a true box-to-box would be great. But I agree, Jeff. Hebert is kind of like an MLS 1.0 center back. In fact, he would be considered flashy in MLS 1.0. Same thing with Tim Parker. Tim Parker, I mean, they're both very similar in that they're very limited in what they're true old school center backs. They're not like modern center backs. They just aren't. Cat Uncle is ready to say F it and just play a 4-2-4. I'm with you on that, especially since we don't have any center backs on the bench. So if Josh Yarrow goes down, I guess we're going to see JGR at center back. But yeah, maybe that's why we're holding out Kessler, is because we're expecting him to start on Saturday. At least I hope so. Cat Uncle's going to be at the Indy 500, so City will be secondary this weekend, as it should. As it should. Long kick into the box for Minnesota, bouncing around, not handled. Berkey finally does get a hand on it. All right, let's see. Colorado Rapids 2. Nothing on TickPick. Let's see game time. Oh. I think we got a winner, folks. Game time, 2 tickets, $14. And I'm sure we're going to have our choice of seats. I've heard these aren't very well attended. But you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to get these as we got a counterattack here by Toy Shirt. Toy Shirt, while I'm in the box, doesn't find him. Corner kick. Fusion Blues, how's it going, Fusion? How are we streaming this game, folks? Pluto has Glaze going, which switches between games, not paying for Paramount. Any other ideas? So there are certain sites out there that I'm not going to come out and say that I'm going to explicitly campaign for them. However, I'm just trying to find one of those sites right now just to give you an example. There is a place where you can stream Buddy. That's an option. That would probably be the best one. Stream Buddy. Look for that. Or, of course, there's always Stream East or Buff Streams. By the way, you are not hearing me say these things. I am just giving options as Minnesota has it deep into St. Louis territory. Yeboah back in the box, cleared away by Durkin. But yeah, I would say don't pay for this game. I get Paramount Plus because, for one, I get it through Walmart Plus for free. But it's where all the Champions League games are. It's where all the Europa League games are. The Italian Serie A's on there. They actually have a lot of soccer on there. So it is like one service that if I actually had to pay separately for, I would. But there are definitely ways to go here. Jeremy Clements. Jeremy, what are you doing over here? I thought you had your own watch along going at Top Corner. Are you creeping? Are you creeping on away from your own watch along? That was a handball. Jeremy asking if we lose, do we sack Olaf before the weekend? You know what? You know what I think is going to happen if we lose today? He's going to be sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. I don't know. Maybe not in the morning. Maybe in the afternoon. But if you shared that quote from Tom Bogert from Soccer Wise, and it sounded pretty ominous. As this one goes up top to Toy Shirt, does he have the speed? Header, push down to the box. Ref! He was absolutely pushed. He was free. And this ball is going to go out for a throw. Galazzo's worth it, but there is a way to watch Galazzo for free. Yep, Brian's also got the Paramount Plus going on. Nice. Yep, Michael's planning to get it in the fall to watch Champions League next fall. By the way, also Paramount Plus has Sky Bet Championship, League One and League Two games. That's how I was able to watch some Doncaster Rovers this year, my beloved Rovers, because they had some games on Paramount this year. Not a lot, but now that they're in League One, they might have more next year. They didn't have a lot of League Two this year. But yeah, Paramount because of Live Long and Prosper. Although I'm a Star Wars guy. Jeremy is hanging out in mine too because it's good fun to support a buddy. I appreciate that, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are going well too. Ink Master apparently is also a good show on Paramount Plus. I'll have to check that out. I've been on that Andor blunt for the past month, so I don't know what else is going on in the world of streaming or TV right now. Apparently, I can be both. I can be both a Trekkie and a Star Wars guy. Yeah, I mean that yeah, you can. I don't know. I'm one of those guys that like if I have a choice between something, I pick one and I just dive into it. Ref. Nope. Said he is not getting a single call tonight. And Halong Wane. Good track down by Yarrow. See, Yarrow can do that and be in like he's a good sweeper type when his head is screwed on right and his footwork is on point. But yeah, good play, Yarrow. Actually, a good play. Like I said, he would absolutely be a stud in the USL Championship. He would be an absolute stud. He was a stud for San Diego Loyal in the USL Championship. And like I said, team like Tampa Bay Rowdies or even in the 11. I don't know if he's good enough for Louisville City at this point. He would absolutely be a star in FC Tulsa. Just not here. May the farce be with you, as we say in St. Louis. As I live, I can look out my front window and see Highway 40. And I live a few blocks south of Washington. Header Berkey makes a stop. You know what? I'll take it. Yeah, it was actually a tough save, to be fair. Okay, that was that. Bucket Hat, bringing the good vibes. It's probably in his bucket hat. How's it going? Good vibes, am I right? No. We had good vibes earlier, and now we got some good vibing. Now here is a long shot by Hartle. Blocked. That was a very hopeful shot. Timo in the box. Nope. Back out. All right. Shot. I'm liking the urgency. I'm liking the urgency on offense, at least. I mean, we're not trying to, make 40,000 passes, to find a good. I mean, I'm fine with that. That's improvement, guys. Ethan, by the way, would take Josh Yarrow in Louisville. I mean, does he even start for Louisville City at this point? I mean, Louisville City's pretty good. Where are the Minnesota United fans? Where could they be? Because they're not at Allianz Arena tonight. Here we go. Nope. They're gonna get Klaus with a foul by his ass. Literally, he was trying to twerk his guy away and twerked a little too hard. Bucket Hat, players need to dig deep and play for the fans. Not seeing a lot of confidence. I saw some confidence early on, but it's never sustained with this club. It's just never sustained. There we go. Michael says that Yarrow would love scenic El Paso to finish his career. That or New Mexico United. Very beautiful out that way. I mean, because when you think Yarrow, you think locomotive. At least I do. I like imagining him in an El Paso Locomotive shirt because that means he's not wearing a St. Louis shirt. That makes me happy. And I made this point earlier, Aaron. Our match against Omaha wasn't exactly a packed house in the rain either. And not only that, well, the rain stopped by game time, but as I have seen so many times just this season alone, even the threat of rain will keep fans away. I mean, we don't exactly have, this. America couldn't hack it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke. Okay, we don't have that in our locker, unfortunately. I mean, in America, we do have options for entertainment. I think that's part of the issue. And yeah, a lot of casuals just don't like rain. I'm with you. I've seen that. NOGOAL, no go. Jeff and I have me on Bluetooth speaker in the garage over the game sound. Let's make a shitty day into a good one. Prost from Second Shift Brewing. Love to see it, Kyle. Love to see it. And also, I picked up what you were putting down with the shitty day thing because, yeah, I stepped in one today. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it's fine. This too shall pass. Talking about some SG drama. No Goal Patrol, absolute legends. City Red, Tornado. St. Louis is now Tornado Alley. I think, isn't that a scientific thing? Like, isn't it like a scientific fact that Tornado Alley has kind of moved east a little bit? Like, I was watching in the background of work yesterday, Reed Timmer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Reed Timmer. He is a weather chaser and a storm chaser. And he was in Mississippi and Alabama yesterday. And he actually, like, a tornado, like, plowed into his vehicle, like, while he was live streaming. It was really wild. He drives a literal, almost like a tank. So, like, he was fine. Everyone was fine. But we're talking like Mississippi, Alabama, where these tornadoes were happening. And, like, there was tornadoes in Tennessee yesterday. So, yeah, I think there's, I mean, if we have a tornado rip through northern St. Louis, which thoughts and prayers to everyone. That was involved in that. I almost was involved in that. It passed just to the north of me. Yeah, I think Tornado Alley I think we're just in it right now. Ryan is double barreling between this stream and Top Corner Talk, and apparently Jeremy Clements is double barreling between being a participant on Top Corner Talk and being a watcher of this watch along. 29 of you in the chat right now, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me on this therapy session known as St. Louis City SC Soccer. 29 of you in the chat right now, and if I can get half of you to just hit that like button on this below where my face is, somewhere, I think over here maybe, that would be great. That would be awesome. Free kick, Gressel into the box. By the way, I heard a lot of comments Saturday. Why didn't we get Gressel? Well, from what I've heard, the lack of interest in Gressel coming to St. Louis was mutual. That is from the grapevine. Gressel did not want to come here. Header save. Yeah, apparently we didn't want Gressel, and Gressel didn't want to come here. So it was just mutual. By the way, Kane, the one that goes to games, hanging out with you this weekend. Actually, I'll be flying down there almost this time 2 days from now. Was he the one that shot at it? I must have missed that. But yeah, Kane always in the comments. Yeah, no, Kane's been around. He's been around. Michael pointed out that Illinois has the most tornadoes in the country in April. Pretty wild. By the way, Kat is a state worker. Been dealing with the cleanup with all these tornadoes in Missouri. Sorry to hear that, bud. Kane is actually busy coaching toddlers how to kick a ball. So when you're coaching, when you're literally herding cats, with 2 legs instead of 4, you tend to be a little preoccupied, and you don't have time for watch along chats. Bucket Hat. But I do agree with Bucket Hat's notion here that Kane, you can come over here and join the coaching staff with Olaf, or maybe whoever Olaf's successor is, because at this rate, it's probably not going to be Olaf for much longer. Chris Durkin almost making an impact on his first start in some time with an almost own assist. You don't love to see it. Stephen McGauley, how's it going, Stephen? Pre-match score prediction was 3-0 Minnesota. I think that was Fraley's prediction as well, and he's liking his odds. You may not be wrong there. We can't even complete passes in the midfield. All right, Kane Viktorovich, you are the next St. Louis City manager. Congratulations. Please don't start Josh Yarrow for a while. Thank you. Corner kick for Colorado. Alejandro is too cheap to get Paramount Plus, so he is just listening to my commentary. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm glad to be your entertainment if you can't watch or you just can't bear to watch. I think maybe there's some of you in the chat that just can't bear to watch right now and would rather suffer with a friend. So I appreciate that, friendarino. Yeah, as Olaf would say, Jeff, midfield passes are overrated. As cross into the box is dealt with, Minnesota's going to get another crack at it. Back, nope, was not onside. Bad boy. All right, almost at the end of the first half, and I have not seen anything resembling hope in some time. So this sounds like your typical St. Louis experience. Friendinho, if you're Brazilian. Let's get the SZ play-by-play for the last 5. Okay, you want straight up play-by-play. Are you sure you want this? You just want straight up play-by-play. I'm at the block. I'm at the I'll get to comments at halftime, but all right, by popular demand. Durkin over to the left to Hebert. Now over to Horn. Now back to Durkin in the midfield. Tries to turn upfield. Passes it up to Horn. Horn gets dispossessed. Minnesota going the other way now. Number 30 passes it to another Minnesota guy. Stolen in the midfield. Now we're going the other way. Upfield to Klaus. Klaus tries to beat his man. Can't. Gets the ball is still loose. City player goes flying. And we're going to get a free kick just outside of the 18-yard mark as our old friend Anthony Marcanic gets a yellow card. How was that, guys? Was that okay? I'm not exactly Zanaboni. I never was a really great play-by-play guy when I was in radio. Just not a skill set I have. I agree, Buckethead. At least we have this community. This would suck without the zombies. This would suck without the horde. 36 of you absolute animals in the chat right now. God bless each and every one of you. JGR stands for just got rocked. All right. Marcel Hartle. Oh, Marcel Hartle standing in front of a wall of 4, shooting into the Loons massive behind the net. Lot of empty seats. Lot of room in the supporter section as he gets the whistle. Marcel Hartle shimmies, shoots. Oh, just wide. Bollocks. Yeah, nobody's been Zanaboni. And yeah, that is actually a classic Marcanic yellow. He was good for that. He was good for that. I don't know what I am, Kane. All right, but what I do know is that Minnesota is going to hoof it long down the center of the pitch. Timo Baumgartel heads it away. But Minnesota regains possession now, trying to advance it down the middle of the field. Dispossessed. Good tackle by Goodwood Reich. But St. Louis cannot capitalize. Now Minnesota back with possession, back on the attack. Moving around the midfield with the greatest of ease. Mechanic tries to beat his man. Passes it back instead. Trying to find a friend in the box. Now he's going to take it himself. Moves it up. Yeboah back in the middle. Out for a throw. The Ha feeling like he's in the pool part of London. Remember, this was by popular demand. They wanted play-by-play because no one is actually watching the game right now because no one can afford Paramount Plus. Apparently I'm Australian or text English. Whatever. All right. Minnesota gets it in the box. Now outside of the box. Resetting near the sideline. Dispossessed. Only as far as another Minnesota player, though. Lots of space in front of him. He's going to take a shot. Nope. Passes it down. Blocked away. And now a counterattack for City. But way too long. And Cedric Toyshet, at last check, is not 8 foot tall. So he could not get to that one. But back and forth possession here as Cedric Toyshet having difficulties completing simple passes has been the case all year from Cedric Toyshet. Now a through ball, but Roman Berkey there to corral it home. Oh, you want 1940s radio announcer? All right, guys, Anthony Marcanic. He's got the ball. Now he passes it back. Now he passes it over to the right side. Now in the middle of the field. Minnesota moving the ball efficiently and quickly. Finds a seam, passes it in the middle. Cannot complete it. And now St. Louis has the ball. All right, now we went late 20s mobster. All right, Roman Berkey now. Out to the left. It's Giannis Horn. Giannis Horn. Up the left side. Over to Hartle. Marcel Hartle. Works it back towards the midfield. It's Goodwood Reich into the box. A lovely cross does not find a home in the box, but Klaus corrals. Over to Baumgartel. Klaus passes it, and no one is home. You see? Yeah, Buckethead. You know the game is bad when we have Tom doing voices. Kane is a fan of the transatlantic accent. Yeah, the problem when I do an English accent is that it's not, it wobbles. It wobbles like to Australian or Texan, or I could even try to do a little. See, I my Scottish sometimes is there, sometimes it isn't. But it's halftime now, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. You know what? I am way over on my. I was so busy doing my silly voices that I forgot to shut off the timer. So we'll get to that in the second half. We suck right now, guys. We absolutely suck. What more can I say? Hey, problem is it's not English. It's not English at all. Hey, I was just up in Boston. Went to Fenway Park. Had a cup of chowder up in Woburn. It's a suburb of Boston. Got to see the Green Monster. Had a lobster roll in Rhode Island. Then I went up to the Portland, Maine. Had Had a peanut butter taco. It was great. Wait, that wasn't Boston. It kind of wavered. Sorry. I'm going to stop now. City Red thinks that the play-by-play was a resounding success. Man alive. You guys have... I appreciate the compliment. Indy goal for Carnell SC. Even though this means that they are beating the last USL club in this tournament. By the way, Kane, just FYI, I got our tickets for Rapids versus the Town. I got them right here. I'm buying them resale, Kane, so I'm not giving Kroenke any money. Unless you got tickets already, Kane, which let me know in the comments in a moment if you do. Otherwise, I'm just going to jump on these right here, right now. So, yeah, I am making a vow to not give Kroenke Sports Enterprises a cent this weekend. And yeah, I found these on Game Time. So, Kane, let me know. Am I good to go? You did not get ticks? Good. Send it. Apparently, this is section 2, row 3, Kane. It looked like that's kind of like in the opposite corner of where we'll be sitting. Although I'm going to take a wild guess and say we're going to have the ability to move around. But I am buying the tickets right now for Rapids 2 versus the Town. $14 a piece. I got them, Kane. We're good. It's processing. By the way, Michael went even a step further, got his Arsenal kit bootlegged to avoid giving Kroenke money. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. So, apparently, Colorado Rapids uses Ticketmaster, which makes me sad. I am finishing the purchase now. It's almost done. Hey, and the order is confirmed. Hey, so we got our Rapids 2 tickets, and I didn't have to pay Kroenke anything. Let's go. There we go. So we are sorted, Kane, for Rapids 2 this weekend. Brian saying that this does not look like a cup set for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Well, let's check the old FOT mob here. Right now, the score is around the Open Cup. For those of you that are not switching over to Galazzo, Philadelphia leads the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2-0 on the heels of a goal by Indiana Vasilev in the 46th minute, followed by a 14th minute goal by Bruno Damiani. That is looking pretty academic. I mentioned earlier it was 1-0 Orlando over Nashville SC. Well, how the turntables turn as Nashville SC now leads 2-1 going into halftime. Orlando with a very unfortunate own goal, followed by another goal by Ahmed Qasim, who actually I saw score when Jake and I went to Nashville in March. Right now, the New York Red Bulls are trailing at home to FC Dallas 1-0. It is Minnesota 1-0 over St. Louis City. What, you've been watching that. And then DC United leads Charlotte FC 1-0. So there you go. By the way, Kane telling me Rapids 2 are General and Mitch, and you did not give money to Kroenke, but I did pay $9 more each for face value. You know what? If it means Kroenke doesn't get the money, it's worth it. Considering City 2 tickets, by the way, Kane says General Mitch are $5 on Ticketmaster. I apparently got burned. But you know what? City 2 tickets are $16 when you buy them, straight up. So it's worth it to me. It is worth it to me. Middle of Suligan thinks that there are more people on this channel than at the match. There are 30 of you guys in the chat right now. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, I was really hoping Pittsburgh would have gotten the cup set there, but oh well. I got to see in the 11 play in the semifinal last year and got that scarf there to prove it. So that was I guess that was all the cup set fun that I could have. Dahar Master wishes we had Vasilev and Gazdag in our midfield. You will take Jake Gerwood Reich and Alfredo Morales and like it. All right, I'm going to step away for just a little bit. I will be right back in time for the second half. I assure you. While we're waiting, if you want to hit a like on the on this stream, that would really help out the channel. If you haven't subscribed before, consider doing that. I do St. Louis City content as well as vlogging soccer matches. Like I'm going to be going to Colorado Rapids this weekend versus St. Louis City. I'll vlog that match for you, and yeah, this is a soccer variety smorgasbord for you. So thank you for your support, and I will be right back. All right, JT, I think I got just the thing that is going to turn that frown upside down. Baby Yoda. Although, I think I figured out the problem here, guys. Since Sporting KC gave us these bunny ears, we have sucked. I think these bunny ears might actually be cursed. So therefore, we're going to do something straight out of the Rally Cap playbook as, Casey Kerner actually going to be on national TV this weekend. Too bad I'll be at the St. Louis game. God, I hate saying that. I hate saying that about St. Louis City, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, I think it's time to take these off and yeet them into the sun. It's probably the bunny ears. It might actually be the bunny ears. Because I don't know how else you can explain how bad we've been. There you go. Back you go, Grogu. There we go. How'd you like Andor? Wasn't that good? Yeah, it really was. See, I'm talking to dolls now because that's where I'm at psychologically. Aaron, while you were talking MLS Next Pro, I have a ticket to City 2 Friday I can't use. He's going to the Battlehawks game, so if someone will give it a good home, let me know when it's all yours. I can add a ticket to that. If anyone is needing a pair of tickets to City 2 on Friday, let me know and let Aaron know because we can hook you up with one each. I have a ticket to Friday, and of course, I will be in the air to Colorado when that game kicks off. So, yeah, if anyone wants a free ticket to City 2 on Friday, if anyone needs a pair of free tickets to City 2 on Friday, let us know. Yep. Yeet. Go the bunny ears. I really probably should burn those at this point, honestly, but they're cute. I like them. By the way, I've been running Football Manager 24 this whole time, and I need to like stop that. Although my stream has held up pretty nicely here, I think. So it's not like eating up resources just by sitting in the background, thankfully. All right, we're still in halftime in this game. Taking a look, let's take a look at the FOT map. See how bad we truly are doing here. So, oh wait, it's FOT mob, so we don't get XG in this. I don't think. Nope. FOT mob does not give a rat's ass about the Open Cup, so we don't get XG. But we have apparently St. Louis has 54% possession this game. We have completed 78% of our passes, which somehow is more than Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's not been very clinical either. Both teams have 6 total shots, but Minnesota has 4 shots on target. Yeah, not a great game, guys. Just looking at the stats, it's just not a great game. We do get ratings for players. Right now, our highest rated player at this point is Chris Durkin. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think Chris Durkin was our best player in the first half? I think there's an argument that can be made for that. Klaus is a 5.9, Hartle 6.3, Toykert 6.6. Girdwood Wright with a 6.7. Girdwood Wright's been interesting. In like he can make plays, but like he looks borderline reckless at times. And almost a bit like he just doesn't have great balance, I've noticed with him. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, we are leading in fouls, as Jeff pointed out. So we're getting stuck in, boys. We are getting stuck in. I really can't believe City Rapids 2 games are just $5, but it's okay. Again, I don't want Kroenke to have my money. Whoever I bought the tickets off of has to be like absolutely delighted tonight. Like whoever was selling those tickets probably wasn't expecting to sell those, and yet I bought them because I hate Kroenke that much. That's all right. It's $28 for a day out at the park, and it's fine. But you better bet I'm bringing in my plastic water bottle and drinking some Mio. Absolutely. Yeah, the match stats are being shown right now, and it's just this game is bleh. Absolute bleh. City Red thinks we need more. We need Reckless to counter Marcel turnovers. Yeah, he's had a few of those this game, hadn't he? Again, I continue to wonder where the big kaboom is with Hartle, as we're gonna get some subs. Oh, Akil Watts. We had all we can have is 1/2 away from Akil Watts as he comes in for Giannis Horn. And was that our only sub? Olaf, we're trailing 1-0, and his solution is Akil fucking Watts. So the 3-headed Hydra of hell in Hebert, Yarrow, and Watts are out there. We had way too much hope, guys. We have to temper it back down. We can't have shit in this city. So we remember we gotta go down. Peter says I could have spent money at a local dispensary. Who says I won't? Who says I won't? I still could. I still very much could. It's just I don't want to give Kroenke any money. All right, we have kicked off, and I have to wait till 47:22 to restart the clock. Hey, Michael from Chat City Tactics. As I started off this watch along, Michael, welcome to where time stands still, no one leaves, and no one will. Because watching this club is basically sanitarium at this point. As in, why do we do it? And he came in here just in time, Michael, for a kill to thrill Watts. Because that's the change we made. That's the change that we need right now. Kill Watts. The only change we need. No others. No others. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Coach is, not sitting on a boiling seat right now at all. No, he's fine. It's fine. He's great. He's Sir fucking Alex. Come on. All right. I love the chant going on in the supporters end. I want the Leeds. Come on, and it's just like one guy doing it. I want the Leeds. Come on, I mean, shout out to that one fan chanting there. I mean, that's our savior, not a kill Watts. JT pointing out we're doing more of a 4 in the back. In possession, we're a 4 in the back because Timo Baumgartel goes way the heck up. But then, yeah, like watch our defense when Minnesota has the ball on our end. It magically becomes a 5 in the back. Is Berkey, where you going, bro? There you go. Oh, almost time for the stopwatch because I left it running. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. Okay, so watch our defense here. Watts left back. And Gressel just wide. But yeah, you saw five players go back there pretty quickly. We're the home of the St. Paul sandwich. Yeah, that was a bad miss. Nice of you to join the defense there, Watts. Really great job. Calamity of errors. This team is a calamity. Oh my gosh, look at where Minnesota gets this ball here. Oh, but thankfully they slow it down. They got that ball awfully deep with an awful lot of space. Way too much space. All right, Mechanic now. Working it up the left wing. Now back over toward the middle. Now back up to the left side. And the Minnesota player has an absolute mare. Oh, no, but it's back in the box and a shot and a big save by Berkey. Big save by Berkey. And now can St. Louis counter? No, because Cedric Teuchert's not looking the right way. Minnesota on the front foot to start this second half. St. Louis looking all sorts of out of order, as is par for the course. Shout out to No Goal Patrol, Kyle Van Clee. We are really enjoying the transatlantic voice. Thank you. Peter MacArthur, once more play-by-play. Well, you are going to get it this one here as Cedric Teuchert now has the ball in space in the middle. Tries to find Hartle on the left side. Does. But Hartle out wide. Too wide to make an attack in the box. He'll send it back to the venerable Akil Watts, who will cross it in the box. Joel Klaus needed to be 1 inch taller to get ahead on that one. Oh, as Michael Rakers points out, if you love city soccer, then you will love our friends at Pat Connolly Tavern, located at the corner of Oakland and Tam in beautiful Dogtown, a longtime St. Louis institution since 1942. Pat Connolly Tavern. around so long they actually remember what ragtime music sounded like. Thank you, Pat Connolly Tavern, for your support of the Soccer Zombie channel. All right, more play-by-play. As a St. Louis player goes for a roll on the ground, that's Chris Durkin. And now Minnesota working it out to the left side. Going to find a man in the middle. Not really. He actually steps over the ball, and St. Louis will recover. But a long ball goes to nowhere, as St. Louis's attack is currently lacking something massive. Stephen McGauley, we're going to need the bar more than ever with this gameplay. I totally agree. Drinks will be needed. Libations will be had. And tears will be shed if this continues for St. Louis City. Joao Klaus dispossesses the man, and now St. Louis will try to build out from the back, as they are wont to do. But they are poor laborers. They are poor construction workers, and they do a poor job building out of the back. They should not be carpenters. They are more like plumbers. Because their play is like your local sewer. As we get a good look at the coaching staff for St. Louis City SC, no happy faces to be found. The announcer now talking about having to knock down doors. Is he with Elliot Ness's crew? Is he about to kick down the door of Al Capone? As this game has slowed down to a grinding halt. And now we're going to get the ball to Cedric Toyshirt, who will not be much faster. And he gets dispossessed, as he is wont to do. Oh, you want Howard Cosell. Is that what you're saying here? The venerable Howard Cosell. I think we can do that. I think that Howard Cosell will take over for the transatlantic savant. As a long ball goes errant. And as the world turns and time keeps ticking on, as we wait for a retort from St. Louis City SC. I had a much better Howard Cosell when I was growing up, by the way. I've lost it a little bit to time. But when I was a kid, I always rocked a Howard Cosell accent. That ball went off the hand of a Minnesota player. That is against the rules. I have seen snow melt faster than the pace of this second half. Here's Cedric Toyshirt, where offensive attacks go to die. And now we have a corner kick. A chance for actual excitement in this game that is currently lacking any at the moment. Appreciate that, City Red. Marcel Hartl. He will kick this ball into the fray. It's a short one, and Conrad Vollum, his radar was off, and he was not in the right position. But Roman Berkey is. And now we have the ball in the corner. It is Hartl over to Joao Klaus, who can't quite get to it. The effort was there. The positioning, not quite. Toyshirt into the box, makes the goalie make a stop. And now it's Baumgartel into the box, and we have a goal, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tie game in Minnesota. Down goes the Loons. Down goes the Loons. Howard Cosell, the eternal good luck charm, makes it 1-1. All right, guys, we were on the board. So I was waiting for the kaboom from Hartle. There it is right there. Nicely done. That was beautiful. That was Timo Baumgartel on that cross, by the way. What a cross. Very nice job by Hartle. I can't believe it. We are actually tied in Minnesota right now, and hope is back alive. Howard Cosell is inspiring, and St. Louis is on the verge of thriving. JT Kirsting, maybe we aren't so bad after all. And to be fair, they were pumping balls into the box and they weren't far off. Like, I was joking about, positioning and all that, but they were encouraging balls into the box there. So, all right, I'm going to go back to the transatlantic accent for now. Justin, thank you very much for the reminder as we get a ball in the box by Minnesota, headed up high in the air and now headed away. Not quite. But it will be in the safe and calm hands of Roman Berkey, who immediately hoofs it up the field. There is a 2-on-1 attack, but Hartle cannot quite connect. Everyone, thank you to Peter MacArthur for donating $4.99 for the absolutely horrendous transatlantic accent in this watch-along. Cedric Toyshirt now tries to pass it through the box. Once again, another attack goes to die at the feet of Cedric Toyshirt. Good battle by Hebert. And now it is Akil Watts. Can he find a man? He does. It's Marcel Hartle out on the left into the box. Finds Klaus. Oh, but the goalie was covering the near post and cannot get it in the net. Now it's Gerdwood Reich trying to battle for the ball. Back over to Kyle Hebert now. St. Louis having momentum. Actual encouraging play for the first time in some time. Vollum. Back over to Baumgartel. Now over to Hartle. I actually don't know if this accent's turning people off or keeping them in here. I really don't know. Anyway, back to the stream. Hartle in the box. Cedric Toyshirt not there as the defender gets in the way. Steven says the accent must stay. They scored. That was more Howard Cosell, but Howard Cosell, his pace is too slow for the excitement at the moment. Peter MacArthur, wanting you to throw your shekels into the tin can. That is the Soccer Zombie YouTube page. He appreciates your support. Super Ravioli, a man that wears a ravioli for a hat, is deeply appreciative of the efforts here today in the watch along as well as on the field. Vollum, cross into the box, but no one was home. Just like my wife last night when I returned home. She was not home. She was at the neighbors doing God knows what. Divorce proceedings are now underway. Back to the game. Josh Yarrow playing tight defense. Will he get absolutely undressed? Not this time. As City Red 314 is thinking this accent is hilarious, but Gene wants the St. Louis accent. I think the St. Louis accent is rather coarse and vulgar. And that will not be making an appearance for some time. Although it might, because my voice, like my throat's actually starting to hurt a little bit. But I can continue on for just a little while longer as we approach the 60th minute. The Harmaster is in World War II right now. Are you in the Pacific Theater or are you in Europe? Are you fighting the Nazis as we speak? You should probably focus on storming Iwo Jima and not on soccer watch-alongs. JT, I think when we go down a goal in the first half, the team decides to ignore Olaf for a while in terms of tactics. A rebellious squad, this St. Louis City. Might be for the best. Reminds me of the Civil War. My grandpappy told me that the Union soldiers were ignoring their general until Ulysses S. Grant came along, and he led the Union to victory. But until then, they did not have a general that was worth poppycock. All right, I need to take a break from Transatlantic Guy for a bit. My throat's actually hurting. My throat's actually hurting right now. I have to like constrict my vocal cords for that, and like and like talk through my nose a little bit. It just like basically my sinuses are like yelling at me right now. I gotta break. Olaf is so out of his depth. I mean, he's not in Sweden anymore. That's for sure. This ain't no Brahma Poikarna. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Steven. I am definitely going to have a sore throat tomorrow. Oh, maybe I should bring the voice back, though, because Minnesota's threatening. Ah, God. No, I got to break for a while. Oh, you mean like a... I gotta find the voice. I gotta find the voice. Well, you know, I could definitely do something Southern for you, like for the rest of the game here. I used to think I could do a decent Arthur Morgan. I don't think it's very decent, but it's something in the ballpark. As Minnesota now, trying to get a ball in the box, deflected away and into the hands of Roman Berkey. This voice a lot more easy on the vocal cords. Not much effort. It's definitely a little more. You want more Southern JT Kirsting? This is what you're gonna get right here. City Red thinks that this voice is quality. I appreciate that. Oh wait, that was English. I got English there for a sec. I got backtrack. Remember, Louisiana. Gonna go down, have some crawfish. Get on a shrimping boat. There we go. Now I'm back. Problem is, I ain't got nothing to report on right now because St. Louis lost the ball, and we're gonna get ourselves a little substitution here. It's gonna be Pereira coming in for Minnesota. Julian Gressel gonna take a seat. Well, I reckon the Loons are bringing some big guns out here now. I think I saw Robin Lod getting subbed on as well. Yep. Robin Ludd's given us some trouble in the past. As we're going to have a free kick here by the goalie. Going to kick it forward. Klaus headed away. Minnesota going to set up shop now in the St. Louis end. By the way, Carlo, if you're still watching from Belgium, like you must absolutely be confused right now with these accents. Well, that cross wasn't going anywhere, but Minnesota going to get another chance here. Going to knock it down in the corner, try to get it in the box. Ain't going to do nothing with it. Now Seti Torshirt heads it away. That boy can't keep possession for more than 5 seconds, to tell you what. How's it going, Shane? I already shouted you out once. I'm going to shout you out again right here, right now. But I ain't going to shout, though, because going to blow out your speakers. And I can't be liable for any sort of headphone or speaker damage on this channel here now, you hear? Gene thinks I sound like a redneck from Wildwood. No, this ain't Wildwood, folks. This is down Arkansas, northern Louisiana, right here, I think. Maybe get some of that in southern Missouri, down around Fredericktown, Poplar Bluff. In fact, I work with a gal that runs a home. Oh, header! Yes! Do you believe? Do you believe?
The headline has been written.
Oh, I tell you what, we on top 2-1. We got ourselves a genuine lead. I tell you what, man, we feeding some nice crosses into the box this half, man. Marcel Hartle finding some space, man. There's that kaboom. He got himself a goal and he got himself an assist right here. We're cooking with gas right here, folks. I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't quite understand you. My hearing must be off, Joey. I can't quite understand what you're saying right here. I'm going to have to hear that one more time. Joey, you got to speak up a little bit here. When I've been working out on the combine here, loud machinery, my hearing ain't quite the way it's supposed to be, Brian's thinking I should do voices from now on. That could be a very dubious idea there, because I don't know how many more voices that I have right now, honestly. But we got goals. I know. I can't believe it, Michael. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Steven telling me to keep the accents going. I think I'm going to have to. Carla from Belgium, are you still there? Do you understand what the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? We got so many dang darn accents in America that poor Belgian guy can't understand what I'm saying. I think I'll do a Forrest Gump whenever things get boring again. But right now, things ain't boring right now. You see, we're doing pretty good right now. It's the 68th minute. We're up 2-1 in Minnesota in a tournament that's given us our only glimmer of hope for the rest of the season right now. I think we got to keep at what's working here, folks. Mr. Transatlantic guy, he's taking himself a little bit of a break right now. He's having himself a smoke out back, and, get himself some red beans and rice, over there at the bar. But I'm taking over right now. We scored while I was going here, so we got to keep the vibes going, you see? Got to keep the vibes going. Klaus, 2 for 2 in Open Cup games in terms of scoring. Joao Klaus loves himself an Open Cup. That he does. Play on the far post. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Hartle has found his bite. Finally, let's go. Kyle enjoying the City Redneck Pod. You know what, man? I tell you what, we got so many dang darn podcasts in the St. Louis City podcast sphere that we don't have no genuine rednecks doing a podcast for St. Louis City. But tell you what, we got ourselves one right here, right now, because it's kind of working for us right now. We winning. It's been a long time since we can say that we were winning, but we doing the job right now, you see. A little bit of foghorn leghorn, a little bit, but I'm trying to think more, a little more bayou, with that, like going down, Lafayette, or maybe not quite Baton Rouge, but like northern Louisiana. That's what I'm kind of thinking here. Yep, Steven, former baseball player. See, I get it, man. I get it. You gotta, you don't change your underwear for 7 days. If you're on a winning streak, you wear the same shirt, you wear the same hat. You turn your hat inside out when you got the rally cap going on. I get it. Oh man, Payne wants to do City Redneck. No, I already got it, man. I got it right here. City Redneck, right here, right now. Soccer Zombie. That's what's up. All right. We got ourselves a free kick into the box here. Far side, Berkey going to do what he does, punches it out. We're going to get ourselves a little corner kick here. Kane wants to bring St. Louis City to Southern Alabama. Going to have some competition for the Birmingham Legion. Shane Atkins want to know who my favorite City 2 player was. Well, last year was Jose Kojima, but, we can't have nice things in St. Louis City. He got repossessed by DC United, just like they repossessed my truck the other week. I ain't mad. Got to pay your bills. But, I would say my favorite City 2 player right now probably would be one Mekhi Joyner, because that boy, the future. That boy is the future right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, even I'm getting tired kind of from doing that now because I have to talk fast. Things turned up and around when Akil Watts came on. Man, you crazy, man. What kind of herb are you on right now, Brian? What are you smoking that wacky tobacco, Brian? What's wrong with you? AFC Mobile, love it, love it. You know what? Now all I'm missing is a dip and a natty. You know what? I got the natty for you. I don't have the dip because Mama said don't mess around with that tobacco now. You hear? Because that's a pricey habit, you see. And also my grandpappy died of lung cancer, and we still miss him. We still miss him, but it was an avoidable offense, because he smoked all his life, smoked 2 packs a day. So terrible. But you know what? I got the natty for you. I'll be right back. All right, now, so this can looks like the same type of cans that my daddy would drink after he got back from Nam. You see, Natty Light right here. This is the nectar of the gods right here. We don't need this, this fancy Hefeweizen, Bavarian Bulldookie here. We need ourselves some good old quality Natty Light here, and you know what? But you still gotta put in the koozie. You see. So I got the red flannel koozie going right now because you gotta stay warm when you got cold beer in your hands. Don't want your hands getting too cold, you see. Cuts off the circulation. Yep, got the Natty Light going right here. Now we's redneck. Ah. Tastes just like my daddy drank. Oh no, Minnesota. Oh, did he went down in the box? Is that going to be a foul now? Is that going to be a foul now? No, it ain't going to be a foul now. That ball ain't fully cleared out now. Minnesota still got it. They could tie this one up. Oh, no, ain't going to do that because Berkey's on the job, man. Berkey's on the job. He ain't going to let that weak sauce get in the net. I agree. We need to see this through. We absolutely need to see this through. That's right. Hardworking Chris Durkin. His daddy probably worked in a factory or something. With that kind of work ethic, working with his hands all day, 40 hours a week, sweating, getting grease on his hands. Chris Durkin just seems like that kind of blue collar kind of a boy, His daddy raised him right. Okay, I need to take a break from the redneck real quick because even I just need to I need to slow down. This is like 2 hours of like almost an hour of doing wacky accents. I need a break. But Justin does prefer city rednecks cracking natties to professional announcers. What do you guys for the next 10 minutes, do you want redneck or do you want transatlantic? At the 75th minute, I'll start. Like when the clock hits 75, I'll start. But what would you guys rather hear? Got to vote for redneck. All right, now we got one vote for redneck there. I like to see that. There's 32 of you in the chat right now, besides Kane, that I want to hear you make your voices heard. So Chase wants to see a mixture, and now he wants to see me go back and forth between redneck and kind of a transatlantic voice here. But you know how hard that is going to be. It's very hard, very incredibly difficult. I don't think the world ain't ready for that. Ain't ready for that. See, yeah, that you don't want that. Jeff wants me to just enjoy the lead. Peter wants dispensary guy. JT wants British Butler. I can't do a good one. Not a good one. I just started watching Peaky Blinders, so I could do a little Tommy Shelby if you want. The Peaky fucking Blinders. But see, I haven't watched enough Peaky Blinders to like really nail the accent yet, so it's something I'm gonna work on though. Oh God, Kyle wants a 2 announcer booth, both accents. Oh, I don't know if you want that. I don't want that. Tommy Shelby coming back right here. He's not gonna want that. He's not gonna want that. Maybe this is the accent that I go with. Because it's kind of light right now. I don't really have to do much except just talking to really deep timber. Okay. Hesl's NPR show host, you can rest your voice a little. Yeah. Are you talking about like Ira Glass? Is that what you're talking about? Kyle's requesting Brooklyn. JT's requesting Liverpool. Oh God, I cannot do Scows. I cannot do Scows. I can't. You're messing. Yeah, absolutely, you're messing. Like when I was in Liverpool, I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. Just everyone was daft, so daft. Now, what you talking about there, Brian? You accusing me of being a redneck full time? Is that what you're trying to say right here? You think I just walk around when I'm off camera here talking like an absolute inbred? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying right now, Brian? Is that? Yeah, you better duck under that whatever you're ducking under right now. Could be a counter, could be a table, could be a be behind your car right now. Could be behind your outhouse right now. For all I know, because you might be a redneck too. You never know. You never know. Yeah, Kane loves a good Scouse accent. It's very, but it's so thick. I can't do a really good one. I can't really do a good one. I would have to spend like 2 weeks in Liverpool to have this kind of accent, really locked down. And I can't right now. I can't. I've not watched enough Red Men TV. I've watched a lot, but I can't replicate the accent because it's Scouse. Scouse is not even English. It's not even Irish. It's just Scouse. It just Scouse. I can't. Steven thinks this is great. This is absolutely great. I don't think it's a great accent. Actually, I think it's quite poor. I think it's quite poor. I think I'm messing with this accent. Kane thinks I sound more Geordie. Away, man, away. No, that's more. You got a little more of a It's not a deeper accent, but it's a different fucking accent. I tell you, you're almost flirting with Scottish with a Geordie accent. But I can't nail Geordie because Geordie's kind of a weird hodgepodge. It every time I try a Geordie, I go Scottish. I can't do it. I've never heard this guy, Cat Uncle, so I can't replicate it. I need to actually hear the guy. Okay, Aussie accent. I have a hard time locking down an Aussie accent. Because I had to get the Aussie slang in there, and there's a lot of slang with Aussie that I'm just I'm blanking on at the moment. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Betcher coming in needs a goal. I agree with there. He needs one for the confidence. Hartle, far side, headed into the box. Nice header, dinked over, just over the net. Total Information AM, Peter. That was my show. 2018 to 2021, I was the news editor for Total Information AM at KMOX. So Tom Ackerman, nicest guy I've ever met in radio. Just supremely nice. Legit, one of there's a couple people I would easily put on my Mount Rushmore, people that I worked with in broadcasting, and Ackerman would be one of them. But he does have kind of a laid back voice, but it's also just a very straight voice. That's the one thing with KMOX I know for a fact is that they don't like accents on KMOX. They like distinct voices, but they don't like heavy accents, which is kind of a general broadcasting thing. It's an old radio thing. A lot of people that got into radio would be trained if they had an accent, they had a Southern accent, or if they had if they were if they grew up in the hood, or if they grew up in the North, where they everything's don't they would work on that to get you into a flat accent, which is a reason why a lot of broadcasters over the years, over the decades, really often come from the Midwest is that because we have a flat accent and we don't have to really do much to get our voices where they want it for radio. So that's where this comes in, because I didn't have much of an accent. I just had to work on bringing my voice out a little bit, because I wasn't really talking like the way I should. But it worked. Charlie Brennan, fun fact, Charlie Brennan's an asshole. And I will never speak a nice. He boned me one time. It was a day after the election where Cory Bush won in the House of Representatives. And this is not getting political. This is not a political chat, but she was a good soundbite, and we wanted to have her on the following morning on Total Information AM to talk about her win. And we wanted to also build a relationship with her because, again, we thought she would be a good soundbite. And so I worked all morning the following day to get her on. Well, she wasn't able to come on before 9, which is when Charlie Brennan's show came on. And it was, instead of doing like a news interview, my news director was like, "Oh, get her on Brennan." And so we got Cory Bush on Brennan, and Brennan proceeded to basically have an interview that burned us with Cory Bush for like 2 years. Like, she would not talk to us for like 2 years. And it was because Charlie Brennan had to show his ass over Ferguson. So Charlie Brennan can bite me, honestly. And I don't mind if that gets back to him, honestly, because he's irrelevant now. He's retired. And yeah, fuck Charlie Brennan. And I will grind that axe for, even though I'm no longer in news. Ackerman filled on Blues radio play-by-play a couple times. Pretty good. Yeah. And he's also filled in. He does spring training radio for the Cardinals as well. He'll jump in and do play-by-play. I think he's done 1 or 2 regular season games just because like the perfect storm hit where like multiple announcers weren't available. He's good at it. Like, he also does play-by-play for I think he does play-by-play for the entire Atlantic 10 now. Or I know he was with the Missouri Valley for a while. He's got chops. He's got legit chops. And the guy busts his ass. Like, there were definitely days where Tom Ackerman would like go to Evansville, for instance, to do a Missouri Valley basketball game, and he'd get out of Indiana at like 11, and then he would come on in a few hours and do the morning show with us, dead tired. And sometimes he wouldn't even go home, like, depending on where he was going. He would drive back, walk in, and do a show, for the next few hours. And like, he might discuss it on Donnybrook. Oh, great. So all 5 viewers can watch it. That's great. But anyway, yeah, Ackerman's great. And yeah, Billy Jansen. Always loved Tom Ackerman's calls from Missouri State Hoops. I take it back. I think, is he doing the Billikens TV now? I think is that what he's doing now? I can't remember, because I think he moved off to the Missouri Valley. But I can't recall. I know Ackerman did some TV for the Billikens. I don't know if he's like the full-time Billikens TV guy now, though. Love me some Ackerman. Anyway, back to the game. I got off on a tangent there. Oh, no! Shot! What a save!
What a save! God, thank
God, I missed you, Berkey. Okay, that's what I thought. Ooh, Toysher just missed. Wow, actual exciting St. Louis City soccer, end-to-end soccer. Who freaking knew? What a save by Berkey. What a save. And Akil Watts with a terrible turnover, because he's Akil Watts, and that's what he fucking does. Oh, and Toysher just misses because he's Cedric Toysher, and that's what he does. But you know what? Yeah, exactly, Kat. Take a touch. You want to talk about a player that's in a valley right now? It's Toysher. That's, oh no, 2-on-1 shot. Shit, fuck balls.
It's shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit.
And it's Marketic.
We're fucking shit. 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 We're fucking
revenge is a dish best served cold as Anthony Marcanic scores on his former club. And Billy Jansen saying that is the most fitting way to equalize, and I cannot disagree with you there. The Horror Master now saying, of course it had to be Marcanic, and we let that guy go. Absolute travesty of affairs here in Minnesota. And it is now tied 2-2. Tomas Ostrak trying to move the ball forward, but he is put in check. And I'm not talking about his country of origin. Now it is a long ball for Yaboa, but it is well defended by Josh Yarrow, who can do that sometimes. Cedric Toyshirt is absolutely shocking tonight. He is where offensive attacks go to die. And yet, Olaf Melberg has decided that he is 90 minutes fit, and he will not be taken out of this game, so help him God. It is always in the final dying embers when we concede a lead. We are literally always blowing the lead in the 80th minute, according to the Horror Master. That is called a trademark. Billy Jansen calls it disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful affairs tonight. Hope when there was little. And hope has been given away when there is a lot. Oh, no. It is a long ball now for Minnesota. Josh Yarrow absolutely cooked, but he saves it off the back line. Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Yarrow. Joshua Yarrow has just redeemed himself. He has become coated in glory by saving the ball off of the back line and saving the Open Cup hopes of a beleaguered St. Louis City club. Was that Yarrow's best moment as an STL player? I believe Ethan Thornton says it is. Jerry Hayes disagrees. And the state of affairs has drawn laughter from a club that has just conceded a lead.
We're fucking shit! 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 We're fucking shit!
I'm letting it play for a while.
We're fucking shit! 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 We're fucking shit!
Leave Melberg in Minnesota. Leave Valentich in Minnesota. Leave our defense in Minnesota. Leave them all. Anthony Marcanic was not good enough to play for St. Louis City, but he just scored a brace against us tonight. Oh, yeah, Michael. Remember that amazing defense Melberg had of 9 center backs and Klaus? Well, remember when we had center backs on our bench? We apparently can't have that now. Olaf's got to go, Jake. I agree. Hope is over. Yeah. Marcanic wasn't great, but he wasn't bad, and I would rather have him out of left back than I don't know, Kyle Hebert or Akil fucking Watts. But speaking of which, he has the ball now. Hartle now. Oh, actually, it's Toyshirt into the box. Betcher almost tied it up. Holy cow! Wow. Okay, stolen. What a terrible pass, Hebert. Great pass. Had time, could have taken a couple more touches. Instead, let's kick it to the fucking opponent. Good job, Hebert. Really great. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. He wasn't great, but he wasn't like, I don't know. You might be right. But he's great tonight. I mean, at the time when we got rid of him, we had just brought in Giannis Horn. Jay Reed was emerging. So it looked like that his spot was gone. But like, yeah, you know how hindsight is and all that. I disagree. Horn's been good this year, but he's not a left back. He's not a left wing back. He's a left center back. Oh, another team doing Esta Noche. And Minnesota doing another goal here. Nope. Yarrow. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Three minutes to do something. 3 minutes to make some magic happen. I suspect Reed's not fit. He also looked like when he did play against San Diego, his positioning was kind of a mess. Ostrak. Nope. Oh, there's Jande Silva, everyone, in case you're wondering where he's been. First time I've even mentioned his name today. We got one more chance, maybe. Excuse me while I cope. I have nothing to say because I just don't have anything to say right now. There we go. All right. Burke is going to come up for a long ball. It is Hail Mary time. If you have a deity, pray to it now. If you have a ritual, it's time to do it. Berkey. Long ball. Ostrak. High ball. Headed away. Oh, Hartle with the ball. Shot! Blocked. Nope. Actually, I guess it wasn't blocked. It was just kicked out, and we're done. It's over. It's done.
We're fucking shit! 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 We're fucking shit!
mean, what can you say? Even when we have hope, we have no hope. I've had the banner going this whole game since the last game from Michael from Chat City Tactics. Hope can't kill you when there's no hope. Problem is, this game we did have hope, and then we didn't. Oh, I can stop the stopwatch now. Probably that'd be nice. And yeah, you can go away now. Olaf, you can go away too. I think. Yeah, we absolutely are we are utterly incapable of defending in the last 15 minutes of a game. We are utterly incapable, and that is supposed to be an Olaf Melberg hallmark. Fire Olaf. I'm done. I'm done with Olaf. It's time to fire him into the fucking sun. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm sorry, but it is. I know it's not all his fault. I know this is a systemic problem that this club has, but you know, when I say systemic, I mean people above Olaf. But yeah, I hope that I hope the tens of Loons fans in the audience enjoyed that game. There's more fans in this chat than the fucking Loons game tonight. What? Okay, Ryan. You don't believe firing Melberg fixes this? Well, of course not. It's a systemic problem, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. How can you sit here and say that Olaf Melberg is the answer when we have so many questions? How can you say that? You can't. And if it's unfair that he has to be the fall guy for this, then that's one perspective. I've been absolutely unimpressed with Melberg this whole season. Even Tom Bogert says we're boring. And, you know, he says if we're boring, we need to be at least competitive and competent. And we're not. We just are not. You know, we're not Real fucking Madrid, you know, with world-class defenders that can, you know, advance the ball out the back. We have Kyle goddamn Hebert, and we have a Kill fucking Watts, and we have Josh fucking Yarrow. And God fucking forbid that we change into a system that avoids us relying on them so fucking much. God fucking forbid. Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible, and I'm done. I am utterly done. Cody Ravioli's done. See you on the 31st. Good night. Good night, Rav. It's not the mentality. I mean, the mentality is a problem. Talent's a problem. And guess who built that talent? There you go, Jacob. When does the transfer window start? It starts on July 1st. So we got a little over a month. Hezel says, what coach will want to clean up this mess? I don't know. John Hackworth? Yeah, fire to the dumb Swede. Yeah, Kane, this is it right here. This is it right here. When I fly out to Colorado, I am looking forward to taking a hike in the mountains Saturday. I'm looking forward to checking out a Rockies game because I always wanted to check off Coors Field. That is a legit thing. I'm going to see 2 soccer games for $28 total because I overpaid for Rapids 2 tickets because fuck Kroenke. City's not going to be the main event for me this time. It just isn't. It's a fun weekend in Colorado. We're going to have Casa Bonita on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that more than the fucking game. Olaf is a bronze card in FC 25, by the way. That's how great he is. Yeah, Hebert and Yarrow playing full 90s because they're fucking immortal. Shane says that we don't let Olaf go, we're cooked. Yeah, get the boo birds out in the chat. Absolutely. Ethan is taken off because Ethan, you're a very positive guy in general, and I can understand why you want to go. So have a good night, Ethan. I think it's time for Hackworth. Olaf needs to go. We lack a ton of talent. We're just it is more than Olaf, but it is also Olaf. Olaf's a part of the puzzle, and there needs to be change. No, we should not have brought. No, stop that right here. Stop that right here. No. Bradley was a problem too, as was certain members of the locker room. I mean, you can have both. Bradley was also a problem. Bradley was an arrogant prick who lost the locker room. So no, we should not have kept Bradley. And you'll see it as time goes on. His hot run in Philly is gonna, that pumpkin's gonna clock's gonna strike 12, and that's gonna become a pumpkin pretty quickly here. Luke Wyrick says we should hire Potch. He'd be an improvement. Ryan Fraley, Lute's out as well. I agree. What happened to that fancy Manchester City talent we were supposed to get? Are you talking about Diego Gigliani? We need a new president of soccer out, and I'm also Diego out as well because he also helped build this mess. When you go up 2-1 reinforced defensively, you don't switch your forward. Yeah, what the fuck is that about? I granted, I will say that I think Betcher somebody do bring in to be a bit of a like a Jared Stroud, kind of shit stirrer at the end, but problem is we had no way to reinforce defensively because we had no fucking center backs on our bench. None. Apparently Michael Wenzel is dead. Apparently Henry Kessler is dead. What can you fucking do at that point when you have no fucking center backs on your fucking bench? No one's canning Lutz. Roster's not the problem. Get a good coach, and this team can win. It can be more than that. It can be. I mean, you could argue that the roster is not being used to its proper talents. I'm with you on that. But it's also might be just a question of talent, and it might be a question of style in this league. Maybe German ball doesn't work in MLS. Maybe it doesn't. Get Lutz out. We need to, Fiat. They find new and interesting ways to rip your heart out. Absolutely, absolutely. Get to work, Peach. I like that. How that's Carolyn Kindle's new nickname. She does have kind of a Princess Peach kind of a vibe to her. But yeah, that wasn't enjoyable at all. We had it and then we lost it, and I've lost it. And I am going to finish my beers. I am probably going to have a bowl of ice cream because I am now in the mode of stress eating right now. And I better fucking see a thank you Olaf graphic in the next coming days. Or as I said, the away day in Colorado might be my last away day for St. Louis City for some time. I would want to. If I go up to the Pacific Northwest to see Vancouver and Seattle when St. Louis is up there, it's to see Vancouver and Seattle. It's not to see this fucking team anymore. That's for goddamn sure. Bluebell, actually, I did have some Bluebell, but I just ran out of that. So it's actually a Blue Bunny tonight, actually. But it's not enjoyable, not at all. But I enjoyed having you guys along for this watch along. It was fun for a few moments. I got to break out the transatlantic accent, like I was an old school radio announcer for a while. Then I got to sound a little bit like a redneck for a part of the way there. And I even got a visit from Howard Cosell for a little bit, and tried to be English there for a bit, but couldn't quite nail down the accent very much. I was kind of wavering into Texan and a little bit of Aussie, but I definitely wasn't English unless I went into Tommy Shelby mode, and then I, was a little English there. Or if I was Scouse, but I just can't hold that accent very well. I can't. But anyway. If you enjoyed this watch along, make sure to drop a like below. It helps out this channel. If you're watching in the future and you're wondering what the hell you just watched, trust me, I'm probably with you. I have this whole watch along was kind of a fever dream for me. And make sure to subscribe if you got some entertainment value out of this. This is why we do this, so we can cope together. And thank you to the Zombie Ultras who have joined this channel. I got to update this because I got to add part-time picks and Berkey's Turkey on here as well. But thank you for the support, and thank you for the $4.99 donation, Peter MacArthur, earlier. Glad I can bring some entertainment in an otherwise dismal St. Louis City club. And of course, thank you to the supporter section as well for supporting this channel. And please check out Pat Connolly Tavern next time you are near Forest Park or the zoo or in Dogtown. They're an institution since 1942. They offer live music, good food, good drinks. They are a city on tap bar. So if you want to avoid wacky YouTubers doing wacky accents and you want to have some Michelob Ultras instead, consider Pat Connolly Tavern because they are a city on tap bar. This is your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin. Thank you, Fusion Blues. Thank you, everyone else that has joined this channel. Thank you, Shane, as well. We suck, and Olaf out. Have a good night. Have a better one than the one we just had. Take care.